Wow, that almost missed the paper. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's a beautiful summer day here in Northwest Ohio and we're at our usual spot, the range at Ghost Town. Today, if I could, what I would like to talk about is the twist rate of rifles and how they affect bullet performance. This is my Tikka M595 rifle and she's kind of old school, meaning she's got some years on her. It's one of my favorite rifles. And importantly, when this rifle was manufactured, it was made with a 1 in 12 barrel twist. Since that time, a lot of 223 or 5.56 chambered rifles have gone to 1 in 7 or 1 in 8 twists. For those of you that may not be aware, what that means is 1 revolution for every 7 or 8 inches of barrel. This particular rifle is 1 in 12, which means 1 revolution every 12 inches. So believe it or not, even though the second number is larger, it's actually a slower twist. That's going to become important later on related to the bullet weights that you select. This obviously, from the look of it, was designed as a varmint rifle. In that avenue, you typically find a lot lighter projectiles, less than 55 sometimes. And I've had this gun for a while, as I mentioned, so I kind of know where the magic drop-off point is going to be related to accuracy. Our target is about 55 yards away, and you're going to see how much, once the projectile gets to a certain grain weight, how much it affects the performance. One of the ways to look at projectile weight is sort of like a top. As the projectile is pushed down the barrel, it's going to pick up a spin from the lands and grooves. Believe it or not, lighter bullets need less stability than a heavy one. If you look at it like a top, obviously a heavier top, yes, the top you guys played with as children, the heavier it is, the more spin it needs. So the faster this twist, the more stability that heavy projectile has. So as a way of demonstration, I'm going to start off with some 55 grain. Then we're going to move on to some 62, and I'll give you the manufacturers as we go. So first off, Winchester 5.56 M93 standard ball ammo, 55 grain. So this will be 55 grain from Winchester. Slight right. More than necessarily bullseyes, what we're looking for is grouping and how consistent the ammunition is related to its weight and the twist rate of this particular rifle. Not touching, but pretty close. You can see really no need to shoot a bunch of them down there. That consistent. I might perhaps make a dope change if I were to run this ammunition more regularly, but now I'm going to grab 2 62 grain polymer tip from Hornady, and they may impact the target slightly different location, but hopefully they'll group fairly well because of their weight. 62 grain from Hornady. Relatively in line with the Winchester, off to the right slightly. So we actually have 4 impacts on the target. Like we said, we're slight right. I'm not going to change the dope on the scope because I don't want to game the drill that way. I'm just going to keep aiming right here. You'll notice we'll have to go over the video and see where the actual order of impact was, but not so terrible related to groupings. Now, if I had a lead sled better set up on the table, things would get better, but for right now, not the purpose of the video. You can see they hold consistent at a particular weight. The next ammunition selection will be the Fiocchi 69 grain, excellent product, Exacta rifle match. So let's see in the bumped up weight of the projectile changes anything at 69 grain. Nope. Clustered right with the rest of them. Yeah. That one is centered. Might be me. So I'm going to throw another one down there real quick, just to see. Sort of eliminate the possibility of that being my fault. Could be the barrel heating up as well. Yep, back to the original cluster. So I kind of pushed one a little left. Now we're going to run down and make a comparison if we can. So you can see the Tikka is more tuned for the Fiocchi 69 grain match. That's the ammo that I typically run in the gun, and you can see you get a better result. So different cluster, but still halfway decent grouping. I'm kind of hunched over the table. It's not perfect. Like I said, not really the point of the video is how accurate the rifle is. You can see good consistent result so far. Our next experiment will be X-TAC match from PMC. Good ammo, 77 grain however. Let's see how it does with the 1 and 12 twist. Okay. Wow, that almost missed the paper. I am in fact aiming at the bullseye, not gaining the drill. That one actually might have missed the paper. Nope, I see it at the top perhaps. Wow. So you're going to see when we get down range what an unbelievably different result. Keyholing obviously from here and nowhere close to the center of the paper. 1, 2, and 3, all of them hit sideways or keyholed in this short distance. And as you can tell, the maximum spread is absolutely awful. We have in fact found the grain weight where a slow twisted rifle just won't handle them well. There just simply isn't enough stability in 1 and 12 to make it work. So if you're having trouble on the range trying to get your gun to be consistent, that might be a consideration. Of course, with scoped rifles, it could be a lot of things, a loose mount, a loose this. But one of the things to consider is the twist rate of your rifle and the grainage weight you select. The AR-15 platform has long been America's rifle. Because of that and its military history, those rifles are often twisted to handle heavier cartridges than rifles made in that caliber previously. The military wanted maximum knockdown across a wide array of bullets. So if you happen to be a gun show guy like me and like maybe some of the older school setups, you have to keep in mind it probably won't be compatible with your brand new AR-15. Even though chambered in the same caliber, they are entirely different animals based on barrel twist alone. The thing to keep in mind about today's video is this was a pretty dramatic example of that, and it took place in 55 yards. Chances are at 100, you won't even be on the plywood, making it impossible to see what's going on with the rifle. It's incumbent upon the rifleman to know what ammunition will function the best in his rifle, especially if you're going to hunt humanely with it. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and don't be afraid to like and subscribe.